Hello, this is Mr. Hupp, and let's go through setting up a solar scale model. This is my second video. My first one, I put the wrong number in. I gave a distance for Mercury, not Earth, so I'm doing it again. So here we are. Solar scale model. First, you need some essential data. You need to know the diameter of the Earth, which is over 12,000 kilometers. You need to know the diameter of the Sun, which is over 1 million kilometers. And you need to know my height, which is about 6 feet. So I want to be the Earth. So if the Earth is 6 feet tall, then how tall would the Sun be? So we set this ratio up. We have the diameter of the Sun in kilometers over the diameter of the Earth in kilometers. And we have how tall the Sun would be if I am 6 feet tall and I'm the Earth. So it's a little ratio in proportion here. To do this calculation, do this first. We multiply both sides by 6.08 to get the height of the Sun by itself, and divide that by the diameter of the Earth. So this is your conversion factor for the rest of your model. You need to save this result, and then you can just multiply whatever the diameter is of what you're converting to find the number of feet. So in this case, we do this calculation. We get that the Sun is 663 feet tall. The other thing we want to look at is what about the distance between the Sun and the Earth if my Earth is 6 feet tall and the Sun is 663 feet tall. So we need to know that the actual distance between the Sun and the Earth is 149 million kilometers away. And then we do the same thing. We use our conversion factor times that distance, and we get 71,000 feet. And then anything in this project over 2,000 feet, I want you to convert to miles because it's hard to imagine what 71,000 feet looks like. So 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. And when we do that calculation, 71,000 feet times 1 mile over 5,280, then we get 13.5 miles. So the distance between my Sun and my Earth in my scale model is going to be 13.5 miles. So that means the Earth is 6 feet tall, the Sun is 663 feet tall, and the distance between them is 13.5 miles. My whole point in this is that in space, there is a lot of, well, space. All right, let's look at this a little more closely. What that means is that is the wrong slide. So what that means is if you look at this is a scale model using Google Maps. And that means that if you're standing here at the mile in Midlothian, that this would be where Earth is 13.5 miles away, and Waxahachie is where the Sun would be. That's how far we're talking about. So all right, so we want to use Google Maps to set up a model for this. And to do that, what we're going to do is choose a point, like right here. And then you can right click and choose measure distance. And then when you click, it'll give you a distance, and you can grab that little dot and drag it around anywhere that you want. You want to get it to exactly the number of feet or number of miles that your model says, okay? And then once you've placed that one, you can move over and click again. If you put it in the wrong place, you just click and drag the dot to get it to be in a straight line and exactly the distance from the Sun to the next point. So you're just going to keep dragging this or adding points for every planet in our model. Some tips for using maps is use your scroll function to zoom in and out. And if you need to move the map around, you can left click and hold and then drag and move the whole map. So when you're done, you're going to have 4 planets, the first 4 planets lined out, and take a screenshot of that. And then you're going to add the next 4 planets to that line and then take a screenshot of that. The reason I have you do the 2 separate screenshots is the first 4 are really close together compared to the last 4, so they won't show up very well in your final model. Okay, so that's all there is for this. Thank you for watching.